See students, this is the second period of today's lecture. Second point will be continuing with what we have learnt yesterday. Okay, concentrate. Yesterday I introduced you to a very simple and a very easy concept, that was uniform circular motion. Students, what we are going to do is today, just observe, look here, uniform circular motion. Are you okay with this? Uniform circular motion. See the diagram. Carefully you see the diagram. This is the diagram here. A circle. Just let me highlight some points here, and then I will explain to you exactly the pictorial representation of uniform circular motion. Concentrate. See, we have drawn a dot at the center. Students, we have drawn a dot at the center and a small circle. We have just not drawn center of the circle. No. This is C, which geometrically is center of circle. This is a dot. This is a tiny circle here. This is the direction of radius vector. So what I do, we'll show it like this. This is the direction of radius vector. Radius vector, normal radius whose direction is away from the center. Follow the arrow, away from the center. This is the direction of radial acceleration. This is the direction of radial acceleration, that is along the radius. Radial acceleration is also called as centripetal acceleration because it is directed along the radius and towards the center. Are you okay here? Yes. Now this is the direction of the velocity, that is along the tangent to the circle, and this is the position of the particle. Okay. See, we are going to discuss uniform circular motion. You are going to remember some important points regarding uniform circular motion, and then we will just say the opposite factors for non-uniform circular motion. Concentrate. See here, what is uniform circular motion? It is the motion of the particle along the circumference of the circle if and only if the speed remains constant or the angular velocity remains constant. If the speed or the angular velocity, or I'm not saying and, if the speed or the angular velocity remains constant, then it is called as uniform circular motion. Last year you have learned that in circular motion, a typical acceleration comes into play, which is called as radial or centripetal acceleration. That is, what is the formula, students? It is minus omega square r. What is it? It is minus omega square r. Okay, this is the thing here. What is radial acceleration? Radial acceleration is the one, look here, in circular motion speed is constant, angular velocity is constant, radial acceleration is given by minus omega square r. Okay, minus sign signifies that radial acceleration and radius vector are in opposite direction, meaning radius vector away from the center, radial acceleration towards the center. Clear point? This is the acceleration, radial acceleration in uniform circular motion. Students, radial acceleration is also called as centripetal acceleration. Radial acceleration is also called as centripetal acceleration. Fine. Students, as the see here, in magnitude, how do you write the radial acceleration, students? In magnitude, how do you write the radial acceleration? Just follow the board. Magnitude I am speaking about, so you need not consider the negative sign. We will write it as omega square r. Yesterday I have told you this is also equal to v square by r. Now how does it come? Because yesterday we discussed v is equal to r omega. Substitute, students. V is equal to r omega. What will happen here? Omega is V upon R. See here, omega is V upon R. And since omega is V upon R, radial acceleration is also equal to V square by R. Or in magnitude, radial acceleration is also equal to V omega. Okay, substitute V as R omega. Substitute omega as V by R. V square by R. I'll repeat. This is the direction. This is the radial acceleration or the centripetal acceleration in vector form. Negative sign shows that radial and radius vector are in opposite direction. 1 point. In magnitude, you did not consider the direction. AR is equal to omega square R. Okay. Which is also equal to V square by R. Why so? Because V is R omega. If V is R omega, omega is V upon R, ends the job. And AR is V into omega. AR is what? AR is V into omega. Are you okay here? Finish. This is one concept here. AR is V into omega. Students, as V is in circular motion, let me specify. In circular motion, as V is constant, angular velocity is constant, AR is constant. Means radial acceleration is constant. Clear concept? Radial acceleration is constant. Clear concept here? Okay. Now, exactly these points are going to get reversed or opposite in circular motion, in non-uniform circular motion. Note my point, Mulano. Non-uniform circular motion. What is non-uniform circular motion? What is non-uniform here? Concentrate. If the speed, opposite, if the speed or the angular velocity changes, then it is called non-uniform circular motion. If the speed changes, angular velocity changes. Angular velocity changes, radial acceleration changes. Speed is not constant. V, omega are not constant. Then it is called as a non-uniform circular motion. Are you okay here? Non-uniform circular motion. I'll give you a simple example, students, and then we will distinguish between uniform and non-uniform circular motion. Neat, Aika? Uniform circular motion is the motion of the particle where the speed is constant or the angular velocity is constant. Since both these are constant, radial, this you learn in 11th. Don't worry, this is not a new thing. This you learn in 11th standard. This derivation is there in the 11th. Since V is constant, omega is constant, AR is constant. Since AR is constant, students, the magnitude of AR, magnitude omega square R, V square by R, V omega. Now exactly opposite conditions come in non-uniform circular motion. What are they? It is the motion in circular, it is a typical circular motion, but V, that is speed, and omega are not constant. Then that is called as a non-uniform circular motion. Clear concept? Look here. Non-uniform circular motion, speed is not constant. Speed is not constant means acceleration. Don't confuse it with radial. Acceleration, which is change in the speed, normal, which you learn in your lower classes. Acceleration, which is change in the speed, comes into play. Angular velocity, as omega is not constant, means it is either increasing or it is decreasing. Therefore, angular acceleration comes into play, which is d omega by dt. Here what happens? V is constant, acceleration is 0. Omega is constant, angular acceleration is 0. See the distinguishing factors now. Concentrate, students. In uniform circular motion, it is a circular motion. Speed is constant, angular velocity is constant. Since both of them are constant, acceleration and angular acceleration respectively are 0. In both uniform and non-uniform circular motion, radial acceleration acts. Definitely it has to act. The magnitude of what is, the direction of what is given by this. Magnitude is given by this. In both of them, in uniform as well as in non-uniform circular motion, both of them, in both these cases, radial or centripetal acceleration acts. Clear? But in uniform circular motion, AR is constant. Why constant? Because omega is constant, V is constant, and you know R is always constant. Therefore, AR is constant. Radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration is constant in UCM. Okay, UCM means uniform circular motion. But in non-uniform circular motion, students, it is a motion where V is not constant, omega is not constant. V is not constant, omega is not constant. Hence, AR, radial acceleration, is not constant. Radial acceleration is not constant. V is not constant. This is normal acceleration, students. Normal acceleration, which comes into play. This is normal angular velocity, which comes into play. Are you okay with this? Are you okay, students, with this? Now, see these distinguishing factors properly. So, uniform, V constant, omega constant, AR constant. No A, no alpha. Non-uniform, V, omega not constant, AR not constant. A comes into play, omega comes into play. Clear? Okay. Since A comes into play, omega comes into play. What are the directions? Sorry. A comes into play, alpha comes into play. What are the directions? This is the direction of A, which is along the tangent. This is the, see, if velocity is increasing, V is not constant means what? Concentrate here. In non-uniform circular motion, V is not constant means what? Motion is accelerated. Accelerated means what? If the velocity is increasing, acceleration is in the direction of velocity. And if velocity is decreasing, acceleration will be in the opposite direction. Similarly, angular velocity changes. If the angular velocity increases, alpha is in the direction of angular velocity. If angular velocity decreases, alpha is in the opposite direction. So what have you learned here? Concentrate. UCM, V constant, omega constant, AR constant. AR is radial acceleration. All these factors constant. No A, no alpha. No acceleration, no angular acceleration. Non-uniform circular motion, V, omega not constant, AR not constant. A is equal to dV by dt comes into play. Direction is along the tangent. Alpha comes into play because angular velocity is not constant. It is increasing or decreasing. This is the direction of alpha. That is either in the direction of omega or in the opposite direction. Clear? The points are clear? Is it okay? Go to the next part now. Look here, students. Are the points clear to you? Yes? Now what you do, once I finish this, go through the textbook. That will help you a lot and help you understand better. And don't worry about the notes. I'll prepare the notes and we will discuss the Xerox process in the class. Okay? I'll provide you with Xerox notes, or however, you may take the Xerox or whatever. We'll decide it later once the lockdown is over. Now concentrate on these points here. Regularly read the textbook. Concentrate. Now we will continue, students. We will discuss something called as the dynamics in circular motion. Now you may ask me, teacher, dynamics? Dynamics means motion. Dynamics, motion. Motion in circular motion. What is that? We discuss in this dynamics part, we discuss something called as centripetal force. What is centripetal force? Normal force which acts in circular motion, which is as usual Newton's second law, F is mass into acceleration. Here this becomes AR. What is it, AR? Radial acceleration. Because radial acceleration is the acceleration which keeps the particle confined in the circle. Are you okay? So, what is the formula for centripetal force? In vector form, concentrate students, vector form, you have to consider the negative sign, minus m omega square vector r. They are in opposite direction. Hence centripetal force, center seeking towards the center. F is equal to mv square by r. mv square by r. Negative sign. Now, exactly opposite this, students, let me clear one point. Centripetal force. Then we discuss, and then I will give you an example and we'll clear these concepts here. I'll tell you one more force which comes into play, that is called as centrifugal force. Now what is centrifugal force? It is the force which is exactly opposite to the centripetal force. Means in vector form, how will you write it? mv square by r with a positive sign, or m omega square r with a positive sign. Now you may ask me, teacher, हे काय? हे बघा परत सांगते. Centripetal force is the force acting on the particle in circular motion directed along the radius. Centripetal force is given by product of mass and centripetal acceleration, that is minus m omega square upon vector r. Minus, let me repeat it again, as f and r are in opposite direction. F is equal to minus mv square by r, which shows that force and radius vector are in opposite direction. Students, let me clear one point. Centripetal force is a real force. Real force means what? Which can be experienced in practice. Reality. Students, एक example दे दो तुम्हाला. You take a stone. You take a thread or a string. You tie the stone. Just follow my marker what I am saying. Okay. You tie the stone and you whirl it in the circle. The stone starts moving in a circle. If you just hold your hand like this, you just hold the string like this and tell the stone, rotate yourself. Will it rotate? No. You have to apply something. You have to apply some force by means of the hand, and that is centripetal force. Means it's a real force which you can feel. This is centripetal force which keeps the particle confined or the stone confined in the circle. Clear? It's a real force. Real force means which follows as per the Newton's laws of motion. Centrifugal force, no. Centrifugal force is a pseudo force, students. Centrifugal force is a pseudo force. Pseudo force means what? Simple example. You sit, आता लहानपणी तुम्ही बरेचदा केले आहे काय, मेरी गो राऊंड माहितीये काय म्हणतात त्याला, जायंट व्हील, ते गार्डनात येतं ते. सुरुवातीला जेव्हा ती जायंट व्हील सुरू होते ना, तेव्हा तुमचे जे झोपाळ तुम्ही ज्याच्यात बसता ना ते डब्बे, ते गेट पुल्ड आउटसाइड. यू गेट लिटरली स्कॅर्ड. घाबरता. दे गेट पुल्ड आउटसाइड. स्टुडंट्स, व्हॉट इज मेकिंग देम पुल आउटसाइड? Because Newton's laws of motion are not getting balanced. Newton's laws of motion fail because see when the giant wheel starts, काय म्हणता पाळणा तो कसला, so when the giant wheel starts, students, ते जेव्हा सुरू होतं की नाही, सुरुवातीला परमनंटली नाही, कोणतरी तुम्हाला असं बाहेर ओढतं, काहीतरी ते तुम्हाला पुल करतं बाहेर, ते म्हणजे सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स. सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स म्हणजे सुडो फोर्स. सुडो फोर्स म्हणजे जो न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ मोशन फॉलो करत नाही. मग तुम्ही म्हणते म्हणजे न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ मोशन फॉलो करत नाही अर्थ काय? बसमध्ये बसलाय, एक साधं रोजचं एक्झाम्पल, समजा इट्स टेकिंग अ टर्न टुवर्ड्स द राईट साइड, टर्न सर्कल, इट्स टेकिंग अ टर्न टुवर्ड्स द राईट साइड, you get pulled towards the opposite side. Centrifugal force. It's not following the Newton's law. Which Newton's law? Ki force acts in the or we put it like this, when the direction of the force and the motion are in the same. When the vehicle is moving towards the left side, force should also act towards the left side. That is centripetal. But you find that when the vehicle takes a turn towards the left side, something pulls you towards the right side. That is centrifugal force. Centrifugal force does not obey Newton's law. Pseudo force which you experience पाण्यामध्ये जे खेचलं जातं तुम्हाला ते. सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स, दगड जो फिरतो तो काय खेचला जात नाही. हां, तुम्ही सोडा बघूया हात तर दात तुटतात समोरच्या माणसाचे, ते तर ॲग्री आहे. दगड घेऊन फिरवलं तर, बिकॉज दॅट इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ वेलॉसिटी स्टुडंट्स अलॉंग द टँजंट, म्हणून दात तुटतात ते, म्हणजे हातात घ्यावे लागतात लिटरली. कळतंय ना? डिफरन्स, सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स इज अ रियल फोर्स which works as per the Newton's laws of motion. Means whenever the particle moves in a particular direction, force acts in the same direction. That is Newton's law. Centrifugal force is a force which is a pseudo force. म्हणजे it's a artificial force which comes into play when the Newton's law fail. What is that is called as? It comes into play when the Newton's law fail, means where the body is in accelerated frame of reference. Last year you have learned two frames of reference, inertial, non-inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference as per the Newton's law, accelerated frame of reference against the Newton's law. Clear? Centrifugal force is opposite. See, you are getting pulled outside now, means centripetal force is pulling the particle towards the center, centrifugal is pulling it away from the center. Clear concept, Mulana? Is it okay? Fine? Yes. So I think I'll continue with the important derivations tomorrow. For today I will stop. Okay? If you have anything, please go to the textbook, and please, if you have anything which you are unable to, if you are getting confused or something, you let me know. I'll do an improvement in the next video. Okay? That's it. Thank you.